is.
Ladies,
Is it right?
ladies, we got to stay on track here because you guys are doing a phenomenal job of moving the goalpost. The point is, she simply said women need to control themselves better when they're on their period and PMSing. So even like they shouldn't be wilding out. Their boyfriend's like, yo, what the fuck is your problem? When you're acting crazy, it shouldn't be a drastic change in their behavior versus when they're on their period versus off. That's what she's basically saying. Then you guys went ahead and said, well, not necessarily, because a lot of girls have debilitating periods to the point where it really changes their hormones and they can't control their emotions, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I argued that can't be true, because if that was the case, then you're basically arguing that 50% of women can't control themselves for almost a week during the month, which I think is disingenuous and kind of insults the intellect and ability and capability of women. Now, with that said, I still think that men are, women are capable just like men are, just that men are more optimal in certain things that tend to deal with infrastructure. Not saying that men are better than women, it's just that we're better at certain things. But to say that women can't control their emotions when they're on their period, and a majority of them can't, or half of them can't, I think that's kind of crazy and ludicrous, because society wouldn't be where we are now if half the humanity couldn't control themselves for a week out of a month.
Does not make her
Could you
point
imagine?
No, you just said they can control themselves.
That's
so
what she's saying.
But I'm saying, doesn't that make her point? Your example, doesn't that make her point mute?
No, it nullifies her point, because she's saying women need to control themselves.
But you just said if 50% of them don't deal with that little
That's the argument
portion.
that you made.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So you said that that's a small portion. So most of them are able to control themselves.
Which is why her point is valid.
I feel like
But
as
you
you
just
go
said
older,
women need to control themselves during their period.
Yes.
And I argued against it. I said I don't feel like it's right.
Yeah, you two argued against her point.
Most of us did.
Yeah, and I'm saying that right there, you guys arguing against her point.
And that's how we got to the 50-50.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to say when I say women don't hold each other accountable a lot of the times, and this is why women aren't criticized, because she came with a valid critique. But it wasn't until the men spoke up and said, no, she's actually right. Y'all were all on her neck for saying that.
I guarantee you, if your boss is in the room and you're on your period, you're going to control it. Because if you don't, you're going to get fired. So ultimately speaking, you can control it if you want to. But when your boyfriend, this nigga, hell no, nigga. Once again, you're not paying me. What's consequence? Oh, he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, we got to peel a layer back. Why do women behave the way that they do a lot of the times? Well, I asked you guys earlier, when you did you take the criticism seriously?
Right.
Hold on. Did you take the criticism seriously? Would the guy have left you if you had not done it? If you had continued that behavior? Most of you said he ain't going nowhere. Hence why the behavior is able to continue, because there's no real serious consequence to you continue the behavior. The only person at the table that really stopped their behavior was her, because there was a real consequence of the guy leaving her. For the rest of you guys, I'm not changing my hair color. I'm going to keep continuing to change my hair color. I'm going to continue nagging. I'm moving across the state. I'm somewhat choosing to maybe not bother my guy. Like a lot of you guys are now changing your behavior because there's no negative consequence for changing the behavior.
I said my behavior was communicating, and I changed that behavior.
Nigga, you left.
Okay.
So can I communicate with someone who I'm no longer in the same area with?
No.
That's what I mean. And continue.
The point is that women don't have an incentive to take criticism and improve, because you're going to continue to get what you're getting regardless of how you behave. Is my point. Is my argument. And then she kind of proved that just now, because a lot of y'all jumped on her neck when she said women need to self-improve on that. So and this show just proves itself even more. I think women give each other terrible advice in general. I think women self-perpetuate each other. They perpetuate each other staying single, because you guys tell each other things like, there's another guy out there, you're special, you can do better. No, fuck him. He's probably out here cheating anyway. Like, I think girls give very destructive advice to each other.
Can I make a comment on that?
Sure.
Because I think that's really important what you mentioned. It goes back to the whole idea of infantilizing everything these days, and that whole idea of,
I think what you meant to say is infantilizing
thank
females.
you
is what you meant to say.
Yes, but also females doing that to other females. It's me. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop it right there. That is what he just. What I want to bring up to the point is.
Is that how I sound?
Yeah. Of course. Facts.
Okay. Might have found my match.
You were gonna say something?
I was gonna say I disagree with your point, because how.
Which part do you disagree?
I disagree with the part how you say women encourage women and tell them how, like, there's another woman, there's another man out there, you got this, whatever, all that. I feel as though guys do the same thing when it comes to females, because y'all say, oh, well, fuck that bitch, there's another bitch out there. Oh, well, you got 10 hoes on this side, why do you need her? Or you can do this, you can pick up a next bitch within the next hour. Like, I feel like that's a double standard.
Well, speaking and actions are two different things. Who's initiating most of the breakups?
Can I ask a
hold
question?
on. Let me. Who's initiating most of? You're saying that men tell each other the same thing, but realistically speaking, who's enacting on the advice more, men or women? Who's initiating the breakups?
I mean,
There you
every
go.
situation
There's
is
your
different.
answer.
Every
it's
situation
not. I
is
feel like
different.
There's your answer.
Every situation is different. So I mean,
Yeah, but in
I
general,
I can't even answer that because I don't know. We don't know who's going through what.
Doesn't that speak to
Like,
accountability? Whoever's initiating the
Even
breakup.
even on the panel.
look,
Yeah.
No,
So,
I
like,
see right here.
personally, I just feel like this because the question was asked towards me. I feel like
Merch.
as
Yeah.
I mean, because I know people who have left. You know, I know guys who've left their
Who?
chicks. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but is that a
So-
majority or a minority?
I don't know the answer to that.
Okay,
So asking my
I
question-
do. The answer is
Well-
it's a minority. A majority of the women are the ones that initiate the breakups. I mean, let's use this panel. The women that have been in relationships that were married, who initiated the divorces on this own panel? You guys did, correct?
Yes, and
Everybody.
that,
That
because
proves
of,
my point.
right.
And now, how many? And then let's have fun with this. How many of you guys have been broken up with a guy before? Raise your hands if you've ever been broken up with by a guy.
Like he broke up with you.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
How many?
Oh, wow.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now, so 2 of you have never been broken up by a guy. Fantastic. Now, how many of you?
You said have, right?
Yeah, a guy broke up with you.
Yes,
Okay,
I have.
cool. Now, let's go ahead and compound that. How many times have you been broken up more by a guy, or have you broken up with men more?
It's
Ah,
even.
Gotcha.
there's probably a crazy
It's
ratio,
even.
isn't there? You probably initiated way more of the breakups than guys that broken up with you. Correct?
Mine is
No.
even.
Mine is equal.
Mine's I just
Wait, hold on. So you're
Wait,
telling me who said it's even?
Mine is
Raise a hand. Raise a hand. Who else?
mine's is no.
Probably.
2?
Mine's is
Okay,
literally
yeah,
no.
yeah.
So you've been broken up with as many times as you broke up with guys?
I've been broken up with more than I've broken up with guys.
Okay.
Well, that's crazy. That's a
That's
crazy
kinda-
exception to the rule. Because the majority is most girls have rarely, if ever, been broken up by a guy, and they initiate most of the breakups for most females.
I mean, she was
So-
I mean,
fire.
that's the like. I don't say it's not a crazy thing, but that's just not happened to me. So
That's fine. But your personal experience doesn't necessarily reflect reality all the time. That's a very big minority of the 2,000 girls we've interviewed. Very few girls have been broken up with
I
more
think
than they've broken
you're
up
the
with men.
first that I've
You're
ever
the first
seen.
actually that I've ever seen.
2,000 girls plus.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always.
You must be hella masculine. Goddamn.
Yeah, bro,
I think it was the line. It was
Yeah,
probably
it's
the line. It was
maybe.
the line.
But again,
Lying,
just because
masculine.
just because it's you
They've
doesn't mean
changed.
that's not reflective of women in general. The argument I'm making here, going ahead again, ladies, you keep getting sidetracked. The whole conversation started with women give each other terrible advice, and the reason why women give each other terrible advice is because they feel as though they can do better and replace another guy, and they typically go with what their girlfriends say, and they
That's not
initiate the
true.
breakup because women overwhelmingly initiate breakups.
That is true.
Well,
That's not true.
What's not true? What part is not true?
Shit, you said something in the beginning.
See, you're
They get-
disagreeing with something you don't even understand.
No, that's not. I didn't say I didn't understand.
They get
but
dog
you
shit
said
advice.
you said multiple things at once. The first thing you said was what?
You didn't agree.
Hold on, stop the fucking show.
What was the first
Hold on.
thing? What was
Holy
oh my god!
shit.
You asked me a question.
Holy fucking shit. This proves my point. That I can't believe this. For you to be able to articulate an argument with someone, you must be able to not just hear what they're saying, you must understand what they're saying and be able to find weak points and go ahead and refute what they're saying. That means that you have to have a deep level. You're asking me to state what I just stated again, which you said you disagree with. That proves my point that women don't disagree with ideas. They disagree with how they feel once you state an idea. We're seeing a quintessential example of that right now. This podcast, this episode, has been a masterclass on female nature.
Your first statement, the first part of your statement, is the part that I didn't agree with.
Which
then
was?
you kept then
Which
you
was?
kept going, and that's why I asked you to repeat what you just said.
You cannot articulate an argument against something if you don't even remember what it was. That's my point.
You want us to tell you?
Incredible.
I'm just
gonna go?
asking to just repeat so I can answer his question. That's it.
That's the problem. You're
That's
not
the
even
problem.
you're not
So-
even going to try to refute what I said. You don't like what it was? How can you disagree with
No,
something you don't
you're-
remember? Stupid. Am I crazy?
Clown.
Am I crazy?
I agree with what Myron's saying because I really just heard this from a male earlier today. I agree with the. Well, okay.
I mean, it's just the topic. The topic he was reiterating the topic
That's
essentially,
that-
and so
we under-
I'm so
so
sorry.
he was
Miss Sherry, to cut
generalizing
y'all- uh-oh.
what she said about how women, about how basically basically how women give each other bad advice. And so what I'm saying is I don't agree
Hold
that
on.
women give
Hold
each
on.
other bad advice because women
There you
have
go. That's it.
women have now I'm remembering because she kind of
So he said in a nutshell, it's because women follow their friends' advice. And you said, oh,
I
hell
don't,
no.
okay, so I disagree.
Okay.
Because I don't have a group of girlfriends that I can go run and tell my business to. And in all actuality, I feel like it's a bad thing to tell everyone your business that's going on within your relationship, because you might have that single friend and she's telling you, you know, she might be envious of your relationship, and then you're like, yeah, girl, go ahead, you know. So me personally, I don't disclose my business with others. So I was disagreeing that women give bad advice because some women don't invite that advice.
So can we agree that you are not most women? We also agree that most women nowadays tell their friends everything. Snapchat, group chats.
Mhm.
So ideally, you're saying the right things because you won't do it. But let's be real here. Most girls talk about their shit to their friends all the time. He's this and that. He's not being loyal. Oh, you know what? Leave him, girl. So I get what you're saying. But most women, generally speaking, are going to talk to everybody.
No,
No.
I
I would say it could be you have some women who do that, and then you have another half who, let's say, I mean, if we talk about, for example, a married woman to another married woman, we know how if we're traditionally speaking, we're gonna say, hey, work it out. Our advice to her is gonna be work it out, talk, figure out, you know. So certain advices can be different. It's not all break up with him, he ain't shit. It's not all of that.
But can you admit that most women will take their friend's advice over their man's advice? Be honest. They don't understand their man.
I agree.
They know what's happening. So your point is mute.
No, that's not what I was saying. I was saying that some people will give bad advice. He was saying he thinks women give each other bad advice, and I was saying I don't agree. I feel like there's women out there that give great advice to help relationships as well as people who give bad advice to each other.
That might be true, but it's a smaller number. And his argument
We were
was
talking about
he was saying
generalities,
most
right?
women follow their friends' advice. That was the whole argument.
So, I feel
He said
like
bad advice.
So once again, yeah, merch. And what I'm about to say goes with your merch. So have fun. Basically how Myron said how women like follow other women's advice, that's all based off of a feeling within the moment. And I know I'm not saying know it, but I can say that I understand it now, considering that I just heard someone tell me today that okay, because of how you felt within that moment determined what your actions were going to be, and that's how it made it be in the long run. And he was right. Like how I felt within that moment determined my actions.
And then
So
it's
notice,
based-
right? You made a very good point. When women talk to each other, what's happening is something happened prior that day or maybe a week before, and they have that emotion in them. So when they talk to you, they're like, "Oh, girl, I feel like this and that because my man's doing this." Girl, you're right, girl. So the height of emotions. So you know what? Damn, she might actually be right because we're feeling the both. It's kind of like the same emotions together, same energy. So that what does that translate into? It means now, damn, she might be right. Fuck my man. So even though she might be thinking logically before, when she meets you, it's like same energy, same type of emotion. You know what? You might be right. So it's up for debate, but I think most women will follow their friends' advice.
Real quick, guys, come on over to YouTube. We're gonna kill the Twitch and Twitter stream and Facebook. So come on over to YouTube right now.
Cool.
We got 15,000 plus y'all watching live across Rumble and YouTube. So come on over, guys.
All right.
Around 16K. All right. Do you have anything else that you want to say to that?
I just have one small sentence.
Yeah,
You're good. Before I go to her.
Yeah, I can just close what I was gonna say, but
go ahead.
I was gonna say that you were just making like a valid point how yes, the whole emotions can play a factor, yes, and I feel like it's both. Like you have those good emotions and you have those bad emotions, and it also at the end of the day it's the choice of the person receiving what you do with that advice. So like, are you gonna sabotage? Are you gonna use that advice to sabotage what you have, or are you going to use it to ponder on it and be like, nah, like you know, you have to also look at the person's situation who's giving you the advice. You know what I'm saying? Like what is their current situation before you just take a consideration and apply it to your situation. So
but if I'm running off emotions, I'm not going to think about, oh, who was that person with? I deal with the man.
Right.
I'm off emotions. I'm going to do
Right.
that's the first,
Logical
the
thought.
first
Right.
emotion I get is to act on it.
Right.
So
You're thinking in emotions.
think
Because
about
I'm
it.
calling my friend. I'm calling my girlfriend for
off emotion.
off emotions.
Not
off
logic.
of,
I don't need
to
logic.
vent,
I need
I
emotion.
need this. Off of my friend's instinct, because I'm venting to my girlfriend. My girlfriend's going to tell me instantly either something that can be good for myself emotionally or bad for myself emotionally. But off of her instinct and emotion herself, that's what she chose to tell me. Now, once again, off of my instinct and emotion, once again, that is what I choose to do. But
Right.
it all follows all from emotions.
Right.
Period.
But then, right, emotion and then choice at the end.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We can move
And
on.
just sorry, my last point, just
cool.
to end that convo, just to bring up to your point. I think most people my therapist. I don't think I agree with my therapist's point, which is most people are not qualified to give advice, whether male, female.
Wait, hold on. You got a therapist?
Yes, I have a therapist. I think everyone should have a therapist.
No, you should have a therapist.
You said you should or shouldn't?
No, you should.
I should. Oh,
Yeah.
I think everyone should have a therapist.
No, you should.
Okay, that's great. That's why I have one.
Yeah. Facts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going back to the topic at hand from before, the question was, what are the top criticisms that you would give modern day women in today's society?
I believe it was your
She
turn.
said controlling PMS before we went down that rabbit hole. Go ahead. What do you think?
Entering relationships for the wrong reasons.
Okay. Such as?
There's so many examples. Entering relationships for financial reasons, but not actually being the person you want anything to do with, I think is a big one. Yeah, we want people to be able to take care of us. And let's say you do want that traditional dynamic, but at the same time, do you just want a man who has money, or do you want a man who has money and also like
personality?
Not only that, but like, let's say you have faith. If you're a Christian person, why are you going after non-Christian people and then expecting them to follow into your beliefs? If you're a Christian woman and you know, I want to become a housewife and I want to have 3 kids with my husband and be part of a church and be part of a clergy and do all these things, don't be looking for men who are clubbing in the streets.
And stuff.
Yeah, and then if you're
okay.
if same thing for men, if you're a man and you're a godly man and you're going to church, I'm not Christian personally, I'm just saying because I know a lot of people say these specific things. If you're a godly man and you're, you know, looking for women who are of a certain faith, who believe a certain thing, who have a certain morality, look for that specific thing. And I think people, especially women nowadays, because we are looking for these key things that we're supposed to find, we kind of skip all the other things that were, you know, in the beginning. So like, not only is he able to provide for you, but what type of person is he? Like, is he slapping you around while giving you a $20 check? Is he slapping you around with the bill money, or is he like a decent dude? No one's saying he has to be like an angel and a god and Jesus himself, but like, is he a decent person? Like, how does he treat his friends? How does he treat the people around him? Things like
I'm
that.
trying to make sense of what you said, because you mentioned a couple things here. Is what you're trying to say? One critique is entering relationships for financial reasons, but not wanting the man inherently. And then the second one is getting a man that doesn't align with certain values.
Yeah,
that you
getting
adopt.
a person, anyone. Yeah.
Okay, so you use the example of religion. So if you're a religious woman, make sure you get with a religious man.
Or someone who follows those moral values that your religion follows.
Okay, so it seems to me basically aligning yourself with a man that shares your values. Don't just get with them
because they have
of
money.
financial reasons or something.
That doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Only because, yeah, they provide for you, but where does that animosity start to build up when that person's providing, but you guys don't have the same moral compass?
Okay, so that's your critique of modern day women. Don't get in relationships because
not just money, but anything that you don't, that like that is going to become a problem.
Okay, what about you? What's your, if you could give one critique or maybe 2 critiques for modern day women, what would it be?
I would say like wanting a traditional man, but like not being like the traditional woman yourself.
Okay.
Like you want a man that provides, but like, I don't know, like you're not like taking care of the home and, you know, doing your duties. I feel like a lot of women like want like a man that's like chivalrous and provides and all of this stuff, but they're not doing what they need to do on their end to get that man.
Okay. Now, you know, because we don't want to just sit here and shit on women all day. What are criticisms that you would give modern men today that they need to fix? We can start with you.
It should be easy.
You're not gonna agree, but
no, go ahead.
they gotta stop thinking.
What do you think the biggest critique
stop
is? Stop
thinking with like their basically stop thinking with their
Stop thinking with your dicks.
Yeah,
all right.
basically.
All right.
Very simple.
When you say stop thinking with your dicks, would you? I guess because that's a very broad way to say it.
No, it is broad. But
would you say stop thinking with your dick would leads to you dealing with women that can exploit you? Is that what you're trying to say? Or I don't want to speak for you, but
I feel like a lot of like don't lose a dime for a penny. Like I feel like guys like that's the situation that happens a lot of the times. Like they have a good woman and then they lose them because They're just like cheating is one thing, but them being sloppy about it and like letting her find out in some way or whatever, like that's just like
Stop being
disrespectful.
nosy. Goddamn.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just
Okay. So stop thinking what's your dick to the point that it could hurt your life. All right. What about you? What is a critique that you would give modern day men? Good.
Just be upfront about your intentions with someone. If it's just sex, just let them know it's sex. And if it's a relationship, and then let them know it's a relationship. Don't pretend you want a relationship with someone and then just to get sex out of them when it's just sex. Because there's a lot of women that will just have sex with you if you tell them that without faking the that's not a joke. I know. I have friends, trust me. There's a lot of women who, and I'm not saying every woman you walk up to is just gonna fuck you to fuck you, but there are women who will have sex with you if you tell them, I'm not pursuing a relationship with you. I just want sex. There are women who will be like, all right, well, I can't be upset at him if later on in the point I want a relationship and he doesn't. He set his boundaries. But don't show up to me telling me I want a relationship and then doing all the like, oh no, but don't do the wishy-washy.
All right, let me ask you this. Do you think women can handle the truth in general?
It doesn't matter if they can handle it. Be truthful. What with them handling it has
Please
nothing to do with
question.
you.
Please answer the question.
Okay.
Can women handle it? It absolutely does. And I'm going to make a point here. Can women handle the truth in general?
Yes, anyone ever
Really?
humans can't handle the truth in general, I believe in general,
Okay.
but I feel like if that truth, yes, they can.
Okay, so you think again, please answer the question. Do you think women in general can handle the truth?
Are we moving the goalposts with this question?
We're
like
not,
you
because I
always
asked a
say?
very direct question.
Like I said, humans cannot handle the truth.
See, you're moving the goalpost.
No.
So do you think okay, how about this? Who's more likely to respond favorably to the truth? Men or women?
Neither. Men
you're
get
just a
violent.
contrarian.
Statistically,
Bro.
no.
You're just a
Statistically,
contrarian.
men get violent when they hear the truth. Am I not wrong?
Bro, that
Do
goalpost,
women not get
man,
beat and
that's
hurt
just
when
beds.
women
I
tell
don't
them the
agree with
truth?
that.
No,
I agree with that. That is a statistical fact. That is a statistical fact.